Dang it. So. Alright. What's up, guys? Happy Black Friday. What's the coolest thing somebody's bought today? I myself have not. When I left the house to go get some food, that was it. That was the most interesting thing I bought today. What's up, Tim? KWA Chris, here's something on to you. Hey, what's up? Thanks for popping in. Might do a little bit of, might do a giveaway or two. We'll see how things go. Just got done watching some football, watched some Formula One earlier today. Watched practice and sprint qualifying. Second to last race of the year. Just kind of got this room set up, so this is gonna be like the driver mod hub in here with all the car parts and shirts and fucking trophies and pictures and stuff. Giving away GTD, huh? I think you gotta have one of those to even give something, right? Yeah, we gotta talk about that, that's for sure. That we'll definitely be talking about that. Wonder if I can. How was your Thanksgiving there, Val? Who else we got in here? We got 5 people in here. I can't do that right now. You going to Mustang Week in Texas, or are you just doing the Mustang Week South Carolina again? Loud environments, I may have to watch you. No worries. I mean, it's not going to be that interesting to rewatch. What's up, Connor? Thanks for popping in. Can't wait to see what you got coming. Should see that in the not so near future. 21117. Got it. Accept. Does it still have my... Oh, it does not. Dang, I'm trying to log into my StreamYard account to see if that was going to be in there. Yeah, we'll see if a lot could change between now and then. I'd love to go to the Texas one just to be a part of that, being the first one, but yeah, might not be able to swing that. I'm just really trying to buckle down and just give myself the best opportunity and shot in the world to make that thing happen. The S650 is pretty much sold. Just got to, that's a, Connor, that's a takeoff of a Dark Horse R that had some race damage. So I was able to get the hood off the car. It's kind of just damaged there along the left. I mean, if you fix that up, you could probably use the dang thing. It might be bouncing on the damn little makeshift mount dealio I got going on. Yeah, it's a Dark Horse R hood, and then I've actually got a door, entire door off one of the Dark Horse R's. Get that stuff laid out. Entire driver's side door. Right there, 94. Got a nice little puncture there, old dinged up and race damaged. Pretty cool. Living near Core Motorsports has its benefits. I'll definitely tell you that. Let's see what else. What else? Audio cut in and out. Hope to see you there. Yeah, I want to try and make it. We'll see. We'll see. My trips next year are definitely going to be limited. Repeat the info when you get cleared up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the audio. But yeah, essentially it's just a Dark Horse R hood that got damaged. Later, Val. Yeah, I mean, I'm using my phone, connected to Wi-Fi. I mean, I don't really know what's going on there, but yeah, Dark Horse R hood, Dark Horse R driver door. Forget what races they came from, but and I've got Dan's old GT 350 block, the one that he windowed out at Sebring in December. What was that, like 2022? Hello. But I don't know. What'd you do for Thanksgiving, Connor? Did you get anything cool today for Black Friday? Got the photos up, trophies, go-karting, coffee pot. Are you just waking up? Working the night shift tonight? Oh, Val's already gone, but here's my Mustang Week 2024 license plate cover. Audio is good now. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I've just kind of had this. I accidentally set the live up on my phone. I meant to use my computer. So it won't let me switch it horizontal since I created the live on the phone and didn't flip it horizontal when I created it. It's kind of annoying that you can't like change in the middle of the live stream. But 2024, can't believe it's almost over, but what a crazy year it's been. Got myself a Archetype Racing R350R splitter from Courtney, so I've got to get that installed on the car before the track day. Which weekend? This weekend? Next weekend? I need to get up there. Just make a trip out of it. I got to get that installed in the car. I just listed the Dark Horse Carbon Wing for sale, and I think it's already sold. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, the weekend before my track day. Got it. Cool. But yeah, Dark Horse Wing is pretty much, I think, sold. There's like 3 people interested in it right off the bat, so chances are that'll probably be sold. I got to get that off the car. And then the new owner of the red car will be paying for it early next year, which will definitely help me out. And then all that's just going to go towards the GTD. So I'm like paying like $400 a month for the red car. Once that's sold, I mean I've made my payments on it through January. So essentially I'm already started to save up. Coming out decent on the S650, like selling it wise or like content wise. I mean, it's staying local, so I'll still be able to make content with it for stuff that, the type of content that I make as far as like how to's and that kind of stuff. The guy who's taking it over, he does much like just like real type and photography type content. So it'd be cool that I'll still have access to it and see what he does with it. And I'll still be doing a lot of the like installs and stuff on it. So whenever he gets a new mod, if I'm able to do it in the time frame that's got to get done, then I'll get the content for that. So I would say, considering what's done to the car already and what's still missing from the car, I'm coming out pretty good with it. Yeah, I would say it's done okay, um, content wise, and yeah, I'm it's tough to say what it's really valued at, because I mean, what you get things for, how much of your time you put into the car, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, as far as the GTD goes, it's kind of a dragging out type process. It's very long, and right now we're kind of at a standstill where we're just waiting for the first initial like round of available orders to come through. Um, we just sent out, we just filled out forms, and there was a couple things in there. Some of it we're not allowed to disclose. I don't know. I don't get why. I mean, it's not gonna kind of change anything for the public, that because if you didn't apply for it, then you didn't get it, and if you do have an allocation for it, so I don't understand why some of that stuff can't be disclosed. But there was an option in there where you could, basically state you're ready for purchase immediately. You kind of are in the middle where you could be open at any time, and there's one where it offered to like defer or delay your order coming up, and I was torn between that and the middle one. I selected the middle one, just due to, I didn't want to delay the order, in a sense that what happens if they don't make all the cars they said they were going to make, because that's very up in the air right now too. They said they were going to make 1,000, then Jim Farley gets online, says they're going to make 2,000. It's only going to be a 2-year production run. However, if they can only make 200 to 300 cars a year, are they going to be able to? They're not going to be able to fill all the orders. So either A, it's going to be like the Ford GT, where the production gets extended out, to 3, 4, 5 years, or they're cutting it off at 2 years, and then if you didn't get your order filled, then tough luck. So I don't know, but the longer it goes on, and as long as that's not the case where they're cutting off orders, in 2 years and that's it, then obviously the longer it goes on, the more time I have to get everything, do the best, put myself in the best position possible to potentially make that happen. Because I'm still paying on the 350 for the next year, but once that payment's gone, that's going to be a significant chunk of money that I'll be able to put away per month towards the down payment, get the red car sold, what I owe on it versus what I am selling it for. That's a significant amount. That'll go towards the down payment. Re-enlisting in the military in the spring. That'll be a little significant amount. Doing what I can to keep the truck as long as possible. The trailer's kind of up in the air. It'd be very difficult to sell just because of how much it is, but that's probably going to have to sell. One, it doesn't make any sense to keep it if the GTD can't fit on it. It's too wide. So sell the trailer once it looks like it's more likely that this is going to happen. And then, depending on where I'm at financially, look at selling the truck. What car guy wouldn't want one ASAP? Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple more options. Like, I don't know if it's the price that they're really, or the specific names of the trim levels that that we're kind of being told not to disclose. But there's a few trim options. It's pretty well known. There's only like 6 base colors. The rest of it's all going to be extended color palette, additional color options. It almost sounds like it's a paint to sample type situation. So whatever color you want, they will do it. Who knows what the premium? We don't know what the premium is going to be on that. And then there's that color lockout option. I've heard that's going to cost, without any details, it sounds like the color lock option is going to cost like 50 grand as an option. but it'll lock that color as you being the only one with it. Now I don't know if that 50 grand includes, if you choose that option, you get to pick your color and the color is included, or let's say it's $20,000 for a certain color, and then is it going to be an additional 50 to lock that one out? I don't know. That email was and that form was very vague and not very. It didn't lock you in to anything. It kind of had you fill it out, information where you want the car to be delivered, who's going to be the selling dealer, because the car does not have to be delivered at a dealership. So I reached out to and they said they would happily be the delivery location if this all comes to be. So I'm looking forward to that. It went as far as it asked you if you wanted stripes or no stripes, but I have not seen any photos of a car with stripes. Now we've seen the carbon package cars out there, or what we believe is the carbon series car, and the blue one and the red one both had different stripes. If you look at the front of the car specifically, kind of where the center of the car is, if you look at the front, the red car, the colored stripe went all the way down the center of the car, and it had the fatter carbon stripes on the side, whereas the blue one, the blue stripe is thinner in the middle, and it does not extend all the way to the edge of the hood and down through the front bumper. Let's see. What else? That was pretty much it with that form. Again, it didn't lock us into anything. I'd say 50K or more shouldn't be unexpected since the last gen GT had a single example. Mr. Chrome, that was 100K. Yeah, but that's the Ford GT. That car's, got, for the people that care about it, like, it's got nostalgia and race pedigree behind it. One thing that worries me about, the Ford GTs, they instant appreciation, doubled in value for the most part. Not only is there going to be more, or there's supposed to be more Mustang GTDs than GTs, but how much of it appreciating, or how much is the appreciation going to be affected by the fact that it is a Mustang? How much is that going to hurt its long-term, value? I would say, and the fact that there's no Nürburgring timeout, they're supposed to do it in October. That didn't happen. They said due to weather. I hope that is indeed the case, and not that it didn't surpass 7 minutes, because as some of you may know, the C8 Z06 kind of got an unofficial time of 7:10, and that car was targeting sub 7 minutes. And there's a bunch of channels out there going into why the car did 7:10, and they think it could go faster, but when that car first came out, they were aggressively saying they were targeting sub 7 minutes of the Nürburgring. And I was at one of the releases for the car at Road Atlanta and straight up asked them for the Nürburgring time, and they instantly diverted that question to an answer of that's not the only thing that matters and all that kind of stuff, which instantly kind of for me made me feel like they were hiding something. And maybe we'll see an official time for the Z06. It's long overdue. It's been out for 2.5+ years now, so kind of late, and the ZR1's definitely gonna have to come out with a time. So I would say, I would definitely not be ordering a GTD if it comes out and it doesn't beat 7 minutes, let alone put down a deposit on a car not knowing, because that was one of the biggest things they were marketing. They're going after the Europeans, they're going after Porsche, and it's easy to say that, but you got to do it. And Porsche gets around there in sub 7 minutes with 520 horsepower. The Z06 had 670. The GTD is going to have 800 plus. Horsepower on the Nürburgring is not everything. You need a car that's honestly a shorter wheelbase probably favors more than power does, being able to get the car rotate around corners. There's very few all-out full throttle areas where you're going to gain a lot of time other than that one long final stretch towards the end of the lap. Oh, I definitely think it'll maintain its value. It's just who knows. I mean, you've got GT350s, even though they're not even real Shelbys, are kind of holding their value the best of any most recent Mustang of the last 10 years. It really just comes down to just how good is the driving experience, how unique is the car, limb production, does it perform? Yeah, there's very different cars though. Very different cars. One is straight up a race car, and you may not be going after all out lap time when it comes to that kind of car because of the amount of time that a race lasts. So it's down 300 horsepower on the GTD, but I'm sure it brakes, handles, and stops probably better, if I had to guess. Yeah, we'll see. I'm like, if it doesn't happen, is what it is. I've always said it's not going to be the end of the world. There's plenty of other vehicles that I'd be looking at to get into if that thing doesn't happen, and I'm not going to be upset or sad about it. But who knows? Maybe Ford will come out. I've been saying this for a while now with them modeling the Mustang after the Porsche brand. I really truly think Ford's going to come out with a GT3 Mustang street car, and what design cues it'll have that'll be drawn from the GT3/GTD. Who knows? But I really think the GTD is just the vessel that all the funding and R&D is going through, and then a lot of that stuff from the GTD you'll see on the GT3 street car if that comes to be. And I would honestly probably prefer that if that ends up happening. So, who knows? But if that does happen, I definitely think we'll see an all-wheel drive Mustang here in the next. I think 2026, 2027 is going to be like the big years of this body style. The dark horse was just to give people something to make them feel special. It's a limited production special car, and it's really not. But it was just to give them something. The people that have too much money and not enough sense, the dark horse was for them. So. And it is I think it's been like a month now. We did hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel. Who would have thought 4.5 years ago when I started this journey we'd be at this point, but we have made it to that I would say this is the most substantial milestone since hitting 1,000. Just done it very slowly, and which is not a problem at all. I'd prefer that and have organic growth and actually have interactions, and actually meet and talk to people, versus just blowing up over one video. Because honestly, I had one video on Instagram. It did over like 6 million views. It was the video of me under the Porsche GT3 dropping the wrench. I'm sure you've seen it or probably remember it. That video netted me like 8,000 followers. And since then, it hasn't done anything for me, and I haven't gone up or down followers at all. I'm literally just like, I got to 11,000 and just plateaued there and haven't really gone anywhere. So I'm sure a lot of those views is just like bots and temporary profiles, and I don't know. But so because you have that many followers, when you post something, you don't get the amount of viewership on your posts or reels or whatever. It doesn't translate, and it actually hurts the individual. So it's unless you're just consistently going viral is just not very good long term. Well, I do think the GT3 street car, if that happens, it's probably going to be in the high 80s, low 90s starting at least. I would not be surprised if it cracks 100 just because of what it's going to be coming with. I think it's going to have the 5.4 naturally aspirated, probably rev to 8,500. I think it's going to be dual clutch, transaxle only. They're not going to invest in a manual transaxle car especially for a lower production car. If they did, that would be absolutely incredible. That would blow my mind if Ford would do something like that, but I don't think that's going to happen. And then I'm sure they'll have, kind of like they have like the GT3 and then the GT3R, and the R will have, maybe, carbon ceramic brakes, bigger aero, stuff like that. Maybe carbon wheels. Honestly, for someone that's going to track their car, carbon wheels is just, I'm not a fancy of it. Thanks, Tim. You own an S550 and the GTD front bumper and some other pieces would be nice for this model. There are some brands that are making some of the pieces for, especially the fenders. That's the first thing that pretty much everyone has tried to rip off and make their versions of, is those fenders. Yeah, we'll see what happens. The last 30 days of the year, we've got what? Pretty much the only thing that I'm really got left on the list is the track day on the 21st. Pretty much not much else is as far as like big events go. Got a lot of little things I got to take care of, but see what we can do. Who's going to be getting the duck at the next Canards event? Been sitting here collecting dust. See if we can come up with like a trivia question or something. Hmm. Let's see. I'll think of one for the giveaway I'll think of a trivia question that'll be Ford or Mustang related, since that's the bulk of what this channel is. Really? Wow. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to make it on YouTube and it replace a full-time job, that's definitely difficult. I've purely always done this as just a side thing, and it just given me more side income to do things that I want to do instead of reaching into my main source of income and affecting that. But go for it. Long term will probably set you up for more success for sure. But yeah, for me, it's always been just something I've done on the side. I wouldn't say I'm going to be done working on the S650 platform. Like I said, the guy that's buying my car, whenever he has a mod that needs to get done or maintenance or whatever, I'm probably going to be the one doing it. GTD aside, if Ford comes out with a decent S650 model, then I definitely won't be done with the S650 platform. But if they don't come out with a GT3, if they don't come out with, something relevant in the S650 platform other than the GTD, then who knows? Maybe I will be done and I might hop brands, because so far the S650 has been very, very disappointing. I mean, because if you really look at the car, I mean, on the outside it looks a little different. On the inside, it's very much the same. Under the car is essentially the same. It was more of a 2009 to 2010 refresh than it was a 2014 to 2015 body style change. And you could still do like YouTube videos on engineering stuff. Like if you can communicate and articulate the something that may be very complicated, but you know, kind of water it down in a sense that the average person can understand it, then that you could still be doing stuff and just be a complete kind of redirection for the channel. Whether you'd want to start over and start from scratch, that would probably be the better thing to do. But yeah, man. I mean, the car, this channel and the car, I mean, that's kind of what got me to meet so many of you guys. Trivia question. My dog's trying to get in the room. If you're referring to TJ Hunt, I don't think it mattered when that kit came out. It's too similar to the actual car that's on the way. I mean, how, I don't say pissed, but how or upset, but how would you feel if you had one of those cars and somebody's rolling around with a $30,000 EcoBoost with a body kit that costs more than the car and looks, similar to yours? One, I think it looked kind of funky, but oh, it won't be that bad, Tim. Yeah, I agreed, Connor. I don't think it mattered when that kit came out. I mean, do something yourself. You're going to go through that kind of work to just duplicate something. Could have, put your own flair to it, but it really is just a ripoff. It would have been cool to see a different style hood or, different style fender. Maybe keep the same overall concept, but change the fender shape, the vent exit. But it literally the bumper, change that up. So And as far as getting your SCCA license, I mean, there are a lot of races here that you don't need an SCCA license. Heck, you can go do Champ Car, and there's no SCCA license needed. Yeah, there's a lot they could have done. And I don't want to get in trouble for saying anything else in regards to the kit or the GTD itself, but I'll just say I don't think that wing is going to be standard on the car. So you will see GTDs that are wingless, I think, based on what I read or what I have concluded based on what was in that document. Which I think it looks weird without the wing. It really just looks like it's missing something. To have a car that's that aggressive in all other areas and then it's missing that wing, it'd be like seeing my car without a wing on it. It would look weird as heck. No idea. They said they were going to start production in December, but no one has even received any of the has been engaged in the ordering process. What everyone thinks is going to happen is Ford is going to send you like the box basically with the car color options, all like the stuff they did with the GT, and then at that point is when you'll put your deposit down. But nobody's even received that, so it looks like they're behind, which again is fine. And I would I would be amazed we don't if we see cars getting delivered like May, June timeframe. I really think it's going to be later on in the year before people actually start getting the cars that they ordered. All the ones that you've seen rolling around, there's been a yellow one, the chroma flame red one, the holographic blue one, I forget what the name of the blue was, but the blue one that was at Goodwood Festival of Speed, it was like lightning blue kind of. There's been a black one, and I've recently seen a white one. So pretty much all the standard colors there's pretty much been a test mule out of, other than the gray. And then that holographic blue one, that's definitely one of the extended color palette options. Um, and the yellow. But the other four are standard colors. Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing any of these cars in customer hands until the middle of next year at the earliest. That would be cool. No, yellow. I don't think yellow one look bad at all either. Honestly, all the ones we've seen, not the black one looked bad, but I probably wouldn't do the black one. But not because it didn't look good. Just I don't know if I want a black car again. But the holographic blue, I mean, it's fine because it works with all the black accents and details. But I'm just not a straight up fan of the holographic blue color. Hmm. What shirt are we gonna give away? Ah. Hmm. Yeah, that too. I'll do a giveaway of one of the GT 350 shirts, the green and the black one. Yeah, that's definitely hurt the S650, I think, for sure. But I don't necessarily think it's Ford stopping them. It's the technology that they're fighting through. I mean, Whipple, Roush, and now it looks like ProCharger have um, they all have kits and tuning available, and it looks like Whipple is now doing custom tuning. So maybe within the next 4 or 5 months. Now, when I first got my car, December of last year, I was fully expecting not to have tuning available, custom tuning available for I said a year and a half to two. So kind of right on track of what I was initially expecting. It wasn't stopping me from getting the car because I got the car, to do other things with other than just tuning. So that wasn't a big deal to me. But then, I had the opportunity to be the first Roush customer car. So I jumped on that. I liked the way it looked. I liked the way it sounded. So I got it. Just wasn't a fan of the other one out there. Yeah, if they want to like it, they can like it. If they don't, I mean, it's all good. I know quite a bit about that situation, and it's not something I'm just going to air out there. And it's definitely a sensitive subject. Oh shit, is that Alec? Or is that Robbie? Doing good, dude. You still there? You still working there? Sorry, couldn't remember to do the screen name. But what's up? And yeah, Connor, I mean, apparently somebody knows the maker of their products. So who knows? Maybe I could work out something with them. I don't know. I've got the car showing the product off already. But yeah, like I've been good. What you been up to? Did Dave ever end up paying you guys? Why is that thing cutting out? Yeah, I will say just I think it kind of speaks to the quality of the product that people were willing to wait that long and still pay that kind of money for a product. I mean, their products were fantastic. It was definitely just the lead times, and then some other things happened. Some other people got involved, and that's what caused things to go a different route, and parties separated. And yep, you ended up joining the army, and that's been a whole nother. He did not. I'm not surprised. Oh, I'm glad I got out of there. That was an insane situation to be a part of. Yeah, so Archetype is still around. The person that started Archetype is no longer with them. Me and him have spoken a couple times. Where are you at, Alec? Where are you stationed at? How long ago did you join in? Because shoot, we're coming up on what, like 3 years since I left that place. So you could be halfway through your first enlistment already. Yeah, that's why if you look at the archetype Instagram page, the logo is completely different. There was a change of hands, and the way it was done was kind of not the most moral way to go about it. Wow, popped up. Oh, wow. That bad, huh? Well, hey, you're gonna appreciate. I mean, that wasn't gonna be your forever job. Let's be honest. Regardless of how good it could have gone there, you're gonna thank yourself for the rest of your life for making that decision. Did you go full active duty, or you did? Are you in the reserves? By the way, good on you. Intelligence. Okay. No shit. Wow. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna be rebranding if he does decide to pursue, going with going forward. Um, I just think he grew faster than he could, produce for. And some of your supply chain you're depending on, when that can't keep up either, it's a double-edged sword. That's cool, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. Proud of you. That's like I said, that's gonna be something you're gonna be thankful you did for the rest of your life. I'm still, obviously you met me when I was in the reserves, but having been prior active, there were so many things that did for me. That's awesome. So you must have just finished boot camp and are probably in like your job school or so. That's crazy. Popping in here out of nowhere. Are you taking notes for the intelligence community, telling them to keep an eye on me, making sure? Cool. No plans to ever boost the green GT350. There is the desire to get another GT350. I want a lightning blue 2017 350R base, no radio, no AC, but I wouldn't even boost that one. If I was going to boost a GT350, it would be like the third one. You can never have too many GT350s, but if once you experience the GT350 on track, you never really feel the need to ever want more power. It's got all the power you need. It's got more power than the GT4 cars do, and it still can't do the same sort of lap times due to weight, aero, chassis rigidity, that kind of stuff. So, nope, no plans to ever do that with this car, at least for sure. You'd really like to see the AR bring a GT3 wing to fruition? Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. And well, they're not going to be doing AR is not going to be doing any more of the aero stuff. They're kind of just off in the weeds now. The previous owner of Archetype, if he moves forward with things, that would be awesome. And he already knows what car to put it on. Glad to see you're doing well. I'm currently in my AIT. It's 6 miserable months long. I was just scrolling through my YouTube shorts and you popped up. Well, really appreciate you tuning in, man. That's awesome. It's been 3 years since we probably had any sort of contact, and then there you go. That's really cool. Hopefully you're not on duty and you're gonna get in trouble. What kind of car you got nowadays, Alec? Were you able to get yourself something now? Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it. Take care of yourself. Be safe out there. If you ever need anything, reach out. It's good seeing, good hearing from you, man. Later, dude. That's such a good photo. Steven nailed that photo. Woo! Oh, with the track day in December, we might be having an S650 Celine police car coming to the track day, and we're gonna do some. We're gonna have the track day as regularly scheduled, but then like the last hour or two, it's just gonna be content with the police car. Whatever you want to do, having it chase you and lighten you up, and then you not wanting to pull over. Or I've got a lot of ideas that I want to do with that if this happens, but cross my fingers that it happens. If it's not, it won't be the end of the world if it's not the Mustang police car. As cool as that would be, we may get an Explorer police vehicle out there, but we'll see. Heck, I've got several police friends. I wonder if they're allowed to take their vehicle up like that. Probably get told hell no, but Kane, Boss 302 man, he works at a dealership that makes those cars, and he's gonna try and get one up to the track day. Yeah, it was December event last year that you came down for. That was your trip that got totally ruined by that storm. Shut down the Freedom Factory event. It ruined my weekend essentially too. I had that one rally, and yeah, yeah, it'd be really cool to get that. We just had a random rainstorm today. I was gonna try and maybe do some work on the car. Gonna have to pull the bumper to install that splitter. Whew. The splitter rods. But it decided it wanted to rain today. So I was like, damn it. Tomorrow we're gonna be in the house moving more stuff around. Gonna have the house cleaned. Can't believe I've been living here for 4.5 years. Ooh, for the Ford fans, here's the trivia question. What race was the Ford GT's first global win in when the Ford GT came back in 2015, 2016? What racetrack and what series was the GT's first global win at? Go. This will be for a shirt. Don't Google it, you cheating people. Ford fans will know off the top of their head. It's boom, this one. That's a good question. And you can pick between black or green on the shirt. Nobody knows the, I'll be honest, and say I have no idea. It's okay, that means it was a good question. Not so easy like, what's the displacement of the voodoo? Now, a good question would be, what's the firing order of the voodoo? But honestly, even I don't know that off the top of my head. It was not Lamar. The 4GT did win Le Mans the first time it went out to compete in it, but that was not its first win. Its first global win. Yeah. 66. That's a good one. Whew. If the phone cuts out here for a second, I'm checking something. Well, that didn't go. Well, that didn't go as planned. Another reason why I didn't want to use the phone for this, but it was too late by the time I logged in. Okay, I guess we're going to have to do an easier question. Let's see. Damn it, Connor owned a Boss 302, so I can't ask this question. This can be a GT350 specific question. What was the last year that the base model R was available? You unloaded the Fusion. Why? Well, mine's got 203,000 miles on it. The base model R, the factory radio delete, AC delete. It is not 2020. This is kind of an easy question because now you could just process elimination. Well, this doesn't count, Connor, but what was the answer to the 4GT question? That's not it either. Try not to pick, super easy stuff. Huh. Alright, but I guess that was too difficult as well. Yeah, we hit an hour now, so I'm just gonna do this giveaway and that'll be it. Oh, it was 2017. Be honest, did you Google that? I mean, you already guessed 2020 and he guessed 2016, so I guess process elimination. The last year of the base Model R, the factory radio delete, because when you ordered an R in 2015, 16, or 17, unless you opted for the electronics package, it just came with the blacked out panel, no AC or radio. But yeah, 2017 was the last year that you could get the factory deleted 350R. DM me on Instagram there, Dead Cell, and get me your mailing address. And if you want the black or the green GT350 shirt and your size. After 2016, they no longer did the base GT350 with no track pack or tech pack. But it's all good, Tim. Yeah, what your Fusion overheating was it one of the 1.5 or the 1.6 EcoBoosts? Those are pretty much the ones that are known for the head gasket issues. Yeah, I almost did like what was the horsepower number of the Boss 302 or what, you know. I still want to get one of those too. So definitely on the list. Yeah, my list of desirable vehicles is long and distinct. Well, with an engineering degree, you'll have one in no time. Would you get another yellow one, or would you go with a different route? What's your like ideal Boss spec? Like I said, mine was a lightning blue 350R base. That's the perfect GT350 to me. Not that I wouldn't get one with the electronics package, but I don't know. I just want that raw car. Tim, what do you got now? You said you left Ford. How many miles is on your car? Yeah, those 1.5 and 1.6 EcoBoosts are problematic to say the least. I've got 203,000 miles on my 2-liter EcoBoost Fusion 2015, and damn, that car's been awesome. If I'm not mistaken, the Laguna Seca cars, they were only available in, was it black, silver, and red? I might be wrong on that, but I thought those were only available in those couple colors. Yeah, if you go that route, I'm sure you'll get one. And then everything would have come full circle. I did not know the Laguna Seca was available in yellow. I knew it was one or a couple colors, but huh. Interesting. That's a good trivia question. I'll put that one in my pocketbook and I'll use that on a live stream that you're not in. Oh yeah, I'm sure King can do it for sure. Well, that pretty much covered the topics that I wanted to get into during this. It's been a long time since we did a live stream, and because it gets so dark early now, it's tough to go out and work on the cars, and it was raining and wet, so just like, hey, why not? There was plenty to talk about, so it wasn't just going to be struggling to think about anything. So thank you guys for popping in. Really appreciate it. I will get you your shirt once I get to my messages on Instagram. They're dead sell. If I don't speak to any of you before the end of the year, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I hope 2025 is a new chapter, a new prosperous chapter for everyone. All right. Oh, Foxhound 02, I think I know that one. Later, guys. Take care.